In a divisional matchup, the Baltimore Ravens successfully knocked off the Cincinnati Bengals 34-20 in what some people are saying is the most fraudulent NFL game ever. Is it though? I intend to answer that question myself, so stay tuned. Julie, do the thing!
There's the dunk and the shoulder right there. Damon Shelton got dunked.
Fraud case number 1. The fraudulent activities to this game began long before kickoff when a member of the Thursday night broadcast crew, Carissa Thompson, told a story on the Part of My Take podcast about how sometimes, when she was a sideline reporter, she wouldn't be able to talk to the coaches after halftime, so she would just make up what they said. This caused fellow journalists and fans alike to flock to their keyboards, demand that she be fired for something that she was already fired for doing 15 years ago. Because that's a good use of everybody's time. Fellow sideline reporters were absolutely disgusted with Carissa for her shameless behavior, and can you name a more iconic duo than sports journalists and the holier than now I'm better than you attitude? I sure can't. Some journalists were saying this is why nobody trusts the media anymore. Yeah, Carissa Thompson making up the 15-second fluff piece coach interviews is why nobody trusts the media anymore. It definitely wasn't something else. Fraud case number 2. It wasn't just the media members who were being fake, but it was players and coaches as well. Prior to the game, a video was posted of Joe Burrow walking off the team bus with an apparent brace on his throwing hand, and the Bengals social media team promptly took it down. He then exited the game after throwing a touchdown pass to Joe Mixon towards the end of the second quarter, after which he grabbed his wrist appearing to be in visible pain despite no contact. Joe Burrow was not on any of the team's injury report this week, and with the recent NFL partnerships with sportsbooks, hiding player injuries is a big no-no. This led some professionals who definitely bet on Joe Burrow props to be a tad bit dramatic on social media. Fraud case number 3. We were promised that this was going to be a good Thursday night football game between two division rivals with winning records. And while it was better than the flaming pile of shit we watched last Thursday, it still wasn't a good game. We had backup quarterback Jake Browning versus a hobbled Lamar Jackson. Star players Mark Andrews and Odell Beckham Jr. for the Ravens went out with injuries, and Cam Taylor-Britt for the Bengals went out as well. There were a bunch of phantom DPI and holding calls by the atrocity against nature that is known as NFL officiating. And the Ravens had this one locked away the entire second half, and it wasn't ever really close. It was a very boring game. Fraud case number 4. The Cincinnati Bengals are frauds. They had a slow 1-3 start to the year with the Joe Burrow calf injury. They then ripped off 4 straight to make it to 5-3, and everyone was saying the Bengals are back and they're a high caliber Super Bowl winning team and they're gonna do big things. It's 2021 again. Since then, they have lost 2 straight, and it doesn't look good without Joe Burrow on the field, and I'm not quite sure when he's ever going to make it back out there. So, the Cincinnati Bengals are fraud. Fraud case number 5. The Miami Dolphins did not play this game, and the Dolphins are not frauds, therefore that makes this game more fraudulent. I'll be taking no other questions at this time. In conclusion, this was definitely the most fraudulent game in NFL history, and we should all be mad about it on the internet. Thank you to everybody who watched. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and will help me make more and better content going forward. Also, due to Thanksgiving next week, I will not be making the Thursday night recap, but I will pick these up the week after. I love you all. Thanks. Bye.